at the 49-yard line. Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. To throw is Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews.
Jackson's pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a game.
Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. Do you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
15-yard line.
Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Made at the 16-yard line.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Open man is Duvernay. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Makes the score.
Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's
a gain of 32 that time.
1st down, Cowboys.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
1st down.
So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to, when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Prescott now. And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cowboys nothing.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now Elliott. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score.
Touchdown.
Ezekiel Elliott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Up for the point after.
Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
To Mark Ingram.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good.
The running game fully in sync, 1 to 11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Rick Thompson on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. He may try and run for this. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
At the 32-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jackson on first down. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They go screen. This is Ingram. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ingram. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 21. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
4 yards.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jackson. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. What did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And 9.
Throwing is Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
7. It's 4th down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Complete
to a 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
It's a gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
1st down, Dallas.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
The Cowboy ball.
They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk. Yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again to Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown.
Ezekiel Elliott with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Cowboys 14, Ravens 13.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
First and 10.
When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Not much there, only a yard.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Again, it's to Elliott. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a 3rd-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. The throw there finding its way to Boyle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. They had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time up.
And the Raven pressured too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Third and 9.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he gets it down to the 32.
Complete.
7 yards there on the first down screen play.
7 yards.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
4-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Prescott. That's complete, right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And once again, they stop it behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happened. 10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They go to Elliott again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Prescott to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Prescott's pass intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty.